Hi, and welcome to Carolina Women. We are here at Lava Fitness in our fitness clothes. Well,
some of us. I don't know. Some of us. I feel like I work out all day at work.
Exactly, Ulmer. Cathy Ulmer, thank you so much for joining us today. I brought my new edition, Wilhelmina, because we're just learning about, I'm learning about all of the things I need to have a healthy pet.
Yes.
And I know that's something that people don't realize, right? That Cathy and Ulmer's Pharmacy is really well versed in.
We are. At the pharmacy, we're able to compound most medications that animals need. So in the animal world, not a lot of medications are available, and not available in the dosages that are needed for, say, the tiny little guys like this, or girls.
Little girls.
And so even yesterday we had an animal come into the pharmacy and who had been bit by a cottonmouth and was just, had some kind of area that needed treatment. So we were able to make a topical cream in order to treat the animal and take care of the little one.
You know, I never thought about snake bites, but that's something
probably
that
pretty frequent.
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean it's not something we can really treat a snake bite, but when it comes to the topicals, because you sometimes need to put something in like a bitter base so the animal doesn't want to chew on it, like and things like that. So it makes it really.
Is it a powder form? Like how do you compound it into something liquid?
So, well, depending on if we're doing a topical, there are some topical powders we can put on that kind of once wet, become like almost like a bandage.
Oh, how cool.
And then if you put a little bitter on top of it, then when they try to bite it or chew on it, they're like, oh, that's not good. So that helps keep that chewing down. Or just creams and anything like you would see in like a human.
What are some typical things you would compound for an animal?
Most of the compounding we do are either oral or topical medications. So for cats and dogs, we're treating seizures, we're treating allergies, we're treating nausea and vomiting. We do a lot of antibiotics.
Okay.
For cats, we do their thyroid medications where they can apply it to their ear, because cats have thyroid problems.
So what does that mean, apply it? How would that?
Well, it's almost a transdermal. So we put the thyroid medicine into the topical, so then when they rub it on the ear, it absorbs in like those little blood vessels that are in there. And that way that cat's like, oh, you're petting me, instead of like, sneaky. Yes, very sneaky.
Well, it is funny. How is Fender with taking medicine?
He's fine, as long as I maybe put it in a little.
Is he a dog? Is it a
dog?
Yeah,
he's a dog, but he's not, I can just open his mouth and pop it in. And he doesn't
dogs
know
are
dogs
are a little easier.
Is it cats that you do?
Cats are really, we do a lot of cat medications because they just don't, they're very like, no,
not for me.
So we flavor it and help with that
But you do, farm animals also. It's not just our household pets.
As long as they're not like
farm animals have household pets.
Right. So we can do any animal that needs a medication or an oral, a liquid, a topical, wound care.
Wound care.
Yes.
Who is your biggest referral source for animals? Do moms and dads like me come in and say help, or do
most of the veterinarians are, a lot of times they do have online sites that they send stuff off to, but it's more we're making it known, we're here, we're local, we can get it to that animal that day.
Right.
They don't have to wait on it or worry about it, or mail delivery. We're competitively priced, and like if you're like, oh, the chicken's not working, we can maybe adjust it.
You can come in and ask questions.
We can come and ask questions.
You're not on an online site.
Yeah, and so sometimes I'm like, okay, let's try a liquid, and then they're like, no, and then we turn it into a treat or a topical. But I can kind of like spend a lot of time talking to the owner about what we can do to make it work. We want the animal to take the medicine, and because if they don't, then we're not getting the therapy we need.
I think again, every time we talk, it's like I think about this when we finish our interviews. You are the most underrated resource and professional. Yeah, because if you really, honestly.
And they do it all.
We have there's a lot of information that we have. A lot of times when I'm talking to patients, they're just like, wow, you really have but we just have a very large scope, of knowledge that and places we can pull from and services.
Exactly.
So it's so much fun.
Well, next time we talk, we want to talk a little bit about semaglutide. So we're going to tempt you here on Carolina Women. Stay with us.